Warning, Bitcoin is about to flash an absolute bloodbath of a signal on our Gaussian channel. Take a look. Our Gaussian channel acts as quicksand, and price action is about to fall into quicksand. Take a look at what's happened previously when we were in a bull run and fell into quicksand. 2021, absolute parabolic rise, nowhere near quicksand. Finally touched quicksand here. We were below quicksand for at least a year. Time before that, 2019, had an absolute parabolic run. In the midst of a bull run, touched quicksand, we got sucked into the quicksand for at least 1 year. Time before that, 2018, had an absolute parabolic rise, nowhere near quicksand, come back down, touch quicksand, it sucked us in for at least 1 year. You can even go to the time before that. 2014 had an absolute parabolic rise in our absolute bull run, nowhere near quicksand, came down, touched quicksand for the first time. It sucked us under for at least 1 year. And the first time that we had this problem was right here. 2011 had an absolute parabolic rise, nowhere near quicksand, came back down, touched quicksand for the first time. It sucked us in for at least 1 year. It doesn't suck us in for a couple days. It doesn't suck us in for a couple weeks. It's been at least 1 year, and we are getting deadly close to touching that quicksand. And you know what has happened prior and what has happened every single time that we've been in the midst of a bull run and touch quicksand. This is a bloodbath of a signal. In today's video, we're gonna break it down pound for pound, move for move, and look for these hidden clues that are in the charts as to what is about to happen next. At the same time, we have this broken structure after 2 years of holding this structure in the RSI and just broke it. First time in 2 years. There's a lot going on. We're gonna uncover it, and at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you what you should be doing right now based on these facts. Let's get into it. The million-dollar question everyone is begging me for is, will we go lower? So I'm dropping a special bonus video on if I think we will go lower. It'll be completely free to everyone on my email list. If you're on my email list, go to your inbox. The video is waiting for you right now. If you're not on my email list, you're completely missing out. Join my email list right now to immediately unlock this video completely free. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go now, immediately unlock this video completely free. I'll see you on the inside. Hi, I'm Steve. I quit my job over 13 years ago, been traveling the world since, thanks to my trading and investing skills. Join me for sponsorship-free TA with genuine value that actually works. Subscribe. Here we are, Bitcoin US dollar index, and we are on the 5-day chart. The 5-day chart gives us foreshadowing for that weekly chart. And we know that with this 5-day chart, there's been no false signals in 14 years in Bitcoin's history. We've never had a time where we were in a bull run and touched quicksand and it didn't end up in a deadly bloodbath. There's been 0 times. Every single time that we've been in a bull run and touched quicksand, it's a bloodbath. At least 1 year of a bloodbath. And we don't want 1 year of a bloodbath. We want the continuation of our bull run. So let's dig into it. Now, when you look at it, the Gaussian channel is very, very simple. We have a green area, which is really good, and we have a red area, which is really bad. Now, when you look at the red area, it lasts for several hundred days, as you notice here in our charts. In 2012, we had this red period last for 133 days. In 2015, we had this red period last for 406 days. In 2019, we had 273 days of this red period, and our most recent, 2023, 427 days of red. Luckily for us, we've been green since, but is that about to change? When you look more deeply at the Gaussian channel, you'll notice there are 3 distinct lines: the top line, the middle line, and the bottom line. All of them act as key support and resistance, right? The median line or the middle line is our key level for support. When that's broken, it becomes pretty heavy resistance. You can see here, when we're in the midst of a bull run, we dip our toe into quicksand, it turns deadly, but we're still like finger clawing and trying to gear towards this median line and hold it as support, which we managed to do. But as soon as we break that, we hold it as critical resistance. And that is where we have our mega crash, right? Every single cycle, we have correctly predicted the mega crash. And it's a simple rule with the Gaussian channel. Let me give you this simple rule, and you can take this and use it for the rest of history. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. Right? When we change from green to red and get rejected from this median line, that's the absolute mega crash. Now, we haven't changed from green to red yet, and we didn't get rejected at this median line yet. But let me show you in history, because those of you who follow my channel, we called the mega crash here in April 2022, when everyone thought we had lost our head. We were saying there's about to be a mega crash, and everyone else was saying we're going to 100K. And you can see what happened after that. But it wasn't just here. It's been every time in history. Again, change from green to red, rejection from median line. Take a look. Our prior cycle, change from green to red, rejection from this median line, mega crash. Our mega crash leads to our ultimate bottom, right? You can see it time and time again. Here, change from green to red, rejection from median line, mega crash into our bottom. The mega crash always leads to our bottom. Luckily for us, we have not changed from green to red, and we have not gotten rejected from this median line. But more to come on that in a moment. This Gaussian channel, and shout out to everybody who's been following me for a while, we've been using the Gaussian channel religiously for years and years and years. Now, some people may wonder, well, Steve, why haven't we covered the Gaussian channel recently? Well, it's very, very, very strong in a bear market, and the only time we're going to use it in a bull market is when we get close to the quicksand, which we're at right now. So here we are. We're not going to cover the Gaussian channel when we're way the hell up here in an absolute bull run, right? We're only going to cover it when it gets noteworthy, when we're about to enter quicksand, because now you're well informed of what that quicksand delivers to Bitcoin. It's a bloodbath, complete and utter bloodbath in the worst way possible. Now, again, I need to state the obvious here and how important this is. We are very, very close to quicksand as you're watching this video. Now, again, every time that we've been in a bull run and fallen into quicksand, it was at least 1 year recovery. We can't look at any examples in Bitcoin's 14-year history where we entered quicksand and we got out in a couple weeks or a month. There are no opportunities. There's zero, right? So I just need to state the obvious here. And everyone's question is like, well, how much worse could this get? Are we going to go lower? Well, I did a bonus video on that, and you need to unlock it, and you can unlock it instantly by going to cryptocrewuniversity.com, completely free. So go there, check that video out. I go into more depth. The million-dollar question everyone is begging me for is, will we go lower? So I'm dropping a special bonus video on if I think we will go lower. It'll be completely free to everyone on my email list. If you're on my email list, go to your inbox. The video is waiting for you right now. If you're not on my email list, you're completely missing out. Join my email list right now to immediately unlock this video completely free. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go now, immediately unlock this video completely free. I'll see you on the inside. But let's take a look back at this quicksand, right? The top of this channel, right? We're looking at the bottom of our channel at about 40,000. We're looking at the median line about 47, and we're looking at the top about 52. Again, these are rising, right? This is a rising channel. This is based on moving averages. So next week, it's going to be even higher. The week after that, it's going to be even higher. So we need Bitcoin to turn a corner right now, or things are going to get very ugly. Now, let me take a minute to talk about the bottom of our screen, the RSI, because this is incredibly noteworthy. I need to show you this. So when you look at it, you can say, okay, we had the bottom of our market here. It's easy to say that now. Everybody was saying that I was completely crazy. I said the bottom of the market was that 15, 16, 17. I beat everybody over the head for a few months that they should be buying Bitcoin at these levels, that the bottom was in. And everyone said, there's no way. We're going to 10K, 9K, 8K, 7K, 6K. But this is what I had to say about that topic. Roll the clip. I really believe, based on the facts, that it's much more probable that the bottom is in, and it's not probable that we'll go to 10K. So you could see, at that time, it was absolutely ludicrous to say that the bottom was in. The high majority of humans completely disagreed with me in the strongest way possible. But you can see what's happened, right? Also, the same is true at 73,000. At 73,000, I literally said a big surprise crash was coming and that people were going to be very shocked at what was to happen. And then this played out. So you can see, you always want to go against the grain. Whenever everyone is chanting the same thing, it usually the opposite happens. It's so hard emotionally, but luckily I made all these mistakes already. I got into trading when I was 16. I made all these ridiculous mistakes for a few years before I finally woke up and I realized how to play this game. It's a tough game, but it revolves around emotion. And once you can get your emotion in check and then focus just on the facts, everything else will take care of itself. Another thing I do is I don't watch the news at all in any way, shape, or form, nor do I watch any other human on YouTube. There's a lot of people I respect in the crypto space. I don't watch any of them with TA. And as soon as I got rid of all of those extra videos a few years ago, I've been remarkably accurate because I don't have any influence in what I'm thinking or feeling or anything with the charts. I focus on pure facts and I focus on what's in front of me, and I don't let my emotion get in the way, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And that will lead you in the right direction, right? So whenever we're going up or down or backwards or forwards, take a deep breath, focus on the facts, remove the news, remove all the outside noise from everyone else, and just focus on pure facts, unemotional, and make sound decisions following your strategy. What I just described sounds so easy to do, but I guarantee it will be the hardest thing you can ever do. And if you can do that just one thing that I just described, you will literally be ahead of 95% of people in crypto. Literally. Watch what happens if you just follow that. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. Now, let's get into this RSI. As we know, RSI, overbought, oversold, goes from 0 up to 100. What you can notice about this is we had critical market structure for 2 years, and we just broke this critical market structure that we had for 2 years. Take a look. It started here, June 2022. Now, what was price doing in June 2022? That's when we called bottom number 1. This is when we called bottom number 2. This went lower slightly, but there was ridiculously strong bullish divergence. In other words, we had price making a low here and a lower low here, and we had the RSI making a low here and a higher low here. They went against each other. That's bullish divergence. We covered it right here on the channel. It was one of the easiest things to spot, except the whole world was screaming that we were going to go to 7K, 6K, 5K. It was just not a possible scenario where that would play out. It wasn't logical in the charts and the facts. Right? Now, at the same time as that first bottom, we started building this beautiful market structure, right? We had our pivot low here, we had a higher low here, we had another higher low here, and we just breached it for the first time. You can see back in June 22, we started this, right? And we had been making a high and a higher 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 high. The highest high was here at that 88 level, which we covered on the weekly scale, which was just remarkably high and remarkably overbought, and everyone and their mother, including Grandma Betty, the leader of the herd, was screaming to buy more Bitcoin at 73,000. And we said the opposite. Why? We focused on the facts, we removed emotion, we didn't pay attention to the news, which is what I want you to really get in this habit. You know, always pump the brakes. The herd is always overreacting to everything. Every day they're overreacting to something. And tomorrow they might overreact to completely the opposite thing. They have no idea what they're doing. Throw them right in the garbage, focus on the facts. But what we have in front of us is a huge warning sign. Plain and simple. There's no other way around it. There's no way to describe what's happened. When you break a market structure of 2 years with multiple touch points, again, how do you know if this is a valid line? You need to have at least 3 touch points. We have 1 right here, we have 2 right here, we have 3 right here, we have 4 right here, 5 right here, 6 right here. We have 6 touch points. We want just 3. We have 6 touch points, and we have continuous higher highs and we have continuous higher lows. This is called an uptrend. By definition, an uptrend is higher highs and higher lows, and you want to have a line on the chart with at least 3 touch points. We have all of that. This is by definition an uptrend, and we just broke that. What do you think that means? What's the opposite of an uptrend, right? Bitcoin right now is in trouble, and Bitcoin needs to prove that it can maintain this uptrend, although there's huge curveballs thrown into the mix, right? I just wanted to state the obvious here, right? When you look at that, that's major, that's huge, that's incredibly noteworthy, and it's likely that that won't be discussed nearly enough, which is why I wanted to bring it up to you. Now, when you look at it and you say, okay, I understand this, we broke this after 2 years, incredibly noteworthy. I understand we're getting very, very close to this Gaussian channel, to quicksand. Now, what we need for quicksand is not a wick to come down in. If you look at what we've identified, it's bodies. We need some bodies closing inside of the quicksand. Here, we had bodies inside the quicksand, 2019. Here, we had bodies inside the quicksand, 2018. Here, we had bodies inside the quicksand, 2014. So we don't care about a little wick dipping its toe in, right? We want bodies, and we don't care about bodies in the middle of a week. We care about bodies of candles that actually closed. So keep that in mind as you're watching the charts. Now, let me explain what I think you should be doing right now. Number 1, I want you to watch this chart like a hawk and watch the quicksand with bodies. Number 2, I want you to watch this RSI. Now, keep in mind, we're on the 5-day chart, right? I want you to watch this RSI and how it plays with this pivot high. Now, this is going to be our resistance, right? It was our support for 2 years. Whenever you break support, it becomes resistance. Whenever you break resistance, it becomes support. It's true for the history of any chart on planet Earth, right? So we broke support, it's now a resistance. So look for a bounce in the coming weeks to coming months, and we're going to have to deal with what is going to be remarkably strong resistance. This could be a huge hidden clue of what's to come. Now, when will we see a bounce? The other thing I want you to watch is the weekly stochastic RSI cross. I want you to watch that like a hawk because it's scheduled to happen in July or August. Just like clockwork, every 6 months we have one. And that's the one thing that could save the day for Bitcoin. The one thing that could help us not enter quicksand. The one thing that could help us remain in an uptrend. The one thing that could save the day is quite literally the stochastic RSI. Now, it's been a battle of the stochastic RSI versus the 2-month candle. This is the storyline that we've had for 3 or 4 months now. It's been playing out to the T, right? One of them is stronger than the other. I discuss it for free on my email list. So make sure you join my email list because this week I'm discussing, quite literally, the $1 million question everyone is begging me for. Will we go lower? I cover it. You can unlock that video immediately by going to cryptocrewuniversity.com for free. The $1 million question everyone is begging me for is, will we go lower? So I'm dropping a special bonus video on if I think we will go lower. It'll be completely free to everyone on my email list. If you're on my email list, go to your inbox. The video is waiting for you right now. If you're not on my email list, you're completely missing out. Join my email list right now to immediately unlock this video completely free. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go now, immediately unlock this video completely free. I'll see you on the inside. I'll see you on the inside, but that's what I want you to watch. Stay level-headed, focus on the facts, get rid of the news, and get rid of everybody else. Focus on the facts. The rest will be history. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. This bull run is our road to 500,000 subscribers, but I need your help. Today, tell one person about our YouTube channel, how we spit facts, go against the herd, take no paid sponsorships of any kind. Road to 500,000, let's go.